students. In today's English literature class, I will be teaching you chapter number 12. The name of the chapter is The King Keeps His Appointment. Now students, this story is a short piece taken from an adventure novel, and the name of the novel is The Prisoner of Zenda by Anthony Hope. The hero of this novel is an idle young man. Idle means a lazy young man whose name is Rudolf Rassendyll. He travels to another country and discovers that he looks exactly the same as the prince who is about to be crowned king. So this man, Rudolf Rassendyll, he travels to some other country and he finds out that he looks exactly the same as the prince who is about to be crowned king. So they immediately become friends. Rudolf and the prince, they both become friends. On the day of coronation, what is coronation? Coronation is the act or ceremony of crowning a king. So on the day when this prince was supposed to be crowned as the king, the prince has been poisoned by his evil, wicked brother who hopes to seize his power. So why did the prince's brother poison him? He poisoned him so that he could get hold of the king's power. Now let's start with the story. I was in a deep sleep. Suddenly I awoke with a start and shiver. My face, hair and clothes dripped water. Opposite me stood Sapt, a sneering smile on his face and an empty bucket in his hand. On the table by him sat Fritz, pale as a ghost and with dark bags under the eyes. So in this little paragraph we have been introduced with many characters. So the one talking is Rudolf Rassendyll. So he says that he was in a deep sleep and suddenly he was woken with shake. He was frightened and with a start and shiver he was awoke. And Rudolph's face, hair and clothes were wet with water. Opposite him stood Sapt. Okay, Sapt is a man who stood just opposite to him, and this Sapt, this guy, had an evil smile on his face and also had an empty bucket in his hand. So we can assume that Sapt threw a bucket full of water onto Rudolf, because of which he was awoke with shake and fear, and his face, hair and clothes were wet with water. And on the table by him sat Fritz. So there was another man whose name was Fritz who was sitting by the table, and he was pale as a ghost. Pale as a ghost means his skin complexion became very light because of fear. And he also had dark bags under the eyes. He had dark circles. I leapt to my feet in anger. Now when he was awoke and he realized that someone threw a bucket full of water onto him, Rudolf jumped onto his feet in anger. He was very angry. "Your jokes goes too far, son," I cried. Rudolf says that if this is a joke, then it's very bad. This is not good. This is not acceptable. "Tut, man, there's no time to argue." So that man, Sapt replied that there is no time to fight or quarrel. "Nothing else would rouse you." Sapt says that if I had not thrown this bucket of water at you, you would have not woken up. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. "But Colonel Sapt," I began again, hot in spirit, though my body was cold from the water. So this Rudolf, he was still angry and his head was hot in anger, even though his body was cold from the water. "Rudolf," interrupted Fritz, getting down from the table and taking my arm. "Look here." Now, as Rudolf was about to say something in anger, immediately Fritz got down from the table and he told Rudolf to look somewhere. The king lay on the floor. His face was red and he breathed heavily. Sapt disrespectfully kicked him He did not move. There wasn't even any break in his breathing. I saw that his face and head were wet with water, as were mine. Now, when Fritz told Rudolf to look, what did he see? He saw that the king was on the floor and the king's face was red and he was unable to breathe. He had difficulty in breathing. He breathed very heavily. And Colonel Sapt disrespectfully kicked the king so that he could wake up. Why did he do so? Because it was the day when this prince, the king that was on the floor, was about to be crowned. We have spent half an hour trying to wake him, said Fritz. Now Fritz said, Rudolf, that since half an hour we are trying to wake the king. I knelt down and felt his pulse. It was alarmingly languid and slow. We looked at one another. So what did Rudolf do? Rudolf got onto his knees and he felt the king's pulse. And he found out that the king's pulse was very weak and slow. Do you think Black Michael's servant gave us sleeping tablets? I whispered. Now who was Black Michael? Black Michael was king's evil brother. So Rudolf said that, do you people think that maybe Black Michael has given all of us sleeping tablets? I don't know, said Sapt, but I suspect so. So Sapt says that I'm not sure that Black Michael must have given us sleeping tablets, but it can be true. We must get a doctor. There's none within 10 miles. I know from how he looks that he will be asleep for most of the day. So Rudolf says that we must get a doctor because this king is having difficulty in breathing. So we must get a doctor so that he is alright. So Sapt says that there is no doctor nearby. But the coronation, I cried in horror. So it was the day when this king was supposed to be crowned and he was not even waking up. He was having difficulty in breathing. And there was no doctor also nearby. So they all were very frightened. Fritz shrugged his shoulders and looked glum. Shrug means Fritz lifted his shoulders and he looked very sad and quiet. We must send word that he is ill, he said. Fritz said that we should tell the people who would come to see this coronation ceremony that the king is ill and he won't be able to make it for coronation. I suppose so, said I. Old Sapt had lit his pipe and was puffing hard at it. If he is not crowned today, said he, I guarantee he's never crowned. So old Sapt, after hearing this conversation, he lit his pipe. Now what is a pipe? It's a tube with small bowl at one end that is used for smoking. Alright. So he lit his pipe and Sapt said that if the king is not crowned today, then I can assure you, I can guarantee that he will never be crowned ever again. Why not? The whole nation's there to see a coronation. So Black Michael will be ready to step in. We can't send word to say that the king's asleep. So Sapt told the whole story. Sapt says that the whole nation has come to the palace to see this prince crowned as a king. And if he is not crowned as a king today, what will happen? His evil brother, Black Michael, will be ready to step in. His evil brother will step in and he will become the king. And we also cannot tell those people who will come to see the coronation that the king is asleep. It is a very lame excuse. We could say that he is ill, said I in correction. So Rudolf said that if we cannot tell the people that the king is asleep, we can maybe tell them that the king is ill. Ill, echoed Sapt with a scornful laugh. Well, what else can we do? Said Fritz helplessly. Ah, tell me, said Sapt, do you think the king was poisoned? So Sapt says, do you think the king is poisoned? I do, said I. And who arranged it? That evil schemer, Black Michael, said Fritz Sapt asked that, do you think this the king was poisoned? Everybody said yes. And then he also asked that, who do you think had poisoned the king? So the Fritz mumbled. He said very quietly that it is Black Michael. Who's Black Michael? The king's evil brother who has poisoned the king. Why do you think Black Michael poisoned the king? He poisoned so that he could get hold of the king's power. A, said Sapt, so that he can take the crown. Rudolf here doesn't know our Michael. Fritz and I know that Michael will be ready to step in and take the crown. We could carry him there, said I. What for? He's asleep, sneered Sapt. So Rudolf suggested that if the king is asleep, we can just carry the king to the place where he's supposed to be crowned. So Sapt said that what is the point of carrying him there? He's already asleep. He is asleep. Fritz buried his face in his hands. The king breathed loudly and heavily. Sapt stirred him again with the foot. Now Sapt again kicked the king with his foot so that he would wake up. But he did not. He is not perfect, he said, but he is the rightful heir, and I made a promise to his father. I will never forgive myself if I allow Black Michael to sit in his place. So what did Rudolf say? Rudolf says that this prince is not perfect, but he is the rightful successor, and he is supposed to be the king. And Rudolf says that I also made a promise to his father that he will not allow that evil Black Michael, that evil brother of the prince, to sit in that place. For a moment or two we were all silent. Then Sapt, frowning, took his pipe from his mouth and said to me, as a man grows old, he believes in fate. Fate sent you here. Fate sends you now to the coronation in Strelsau. So now everybody was silent for some time, and then this old man, Sapt, he said, as a man grows old, he believes in fate. What is fate? Fate means destiny. And fate sent you here. Sapt told Rudolf that it is the destiny that has sent you here. Why do you think Sapt said this to Rudolf? Sapt said this to Rudolf because I told you in the beginning only, this guy Rudolf, he looked exactly the same as the prince. I staggered back, murmuring, oh no. Fritz looked up with an eager, bewildered gaze. Bewildered means Fritz looked with a very confused look. He didn't understand what Sapt was trying to say. Impossible, I muttered. They will know I am an impostor. Now, when Sapt told so, Rudolf said that I cannot do that. I cannot do what you are thinking because everybody will come to know, and they will think that I am an impostor. Impostor means trickster. Impostor is a person who pretends to be someone else in order to trick others. It's a risk, said Sapt. If you shave, I will bet that you won't be found out. Are you afraid? So Sapt said that if the king cannot go to get crowned, if king cannot attend his own coronation ceremony, then maybe Rudolf can act, because Rudolf looked exactly like the prince, like the king. So Sapt says that Rudolf can go there and pretend to be as the prince. So now Rudolf is very scared. So Sapt says that I know it is a risk. Maybe people will find you that you are a trickster. But if you shave, because the king was clean shaved, so Sapt suggested that if Rudolf would shave, then nobody will find out. Then he asked Rudolf, are you scared or are you afraid? Of course not. Rudolf said, no, I am not afraid, I am not scared. Alright, but you should know that if you are discovered, you will be killed. So will I, and Fritz too. So Sapt said that, but remember, if you if people will find out that you are pretending to be as the king, as the prince, then you will be killed. And even Sapt and Fritz will also be killed. But if you don't go, Black Michael will sit tonight on the throne. So he said that if you go and people find out that you are a trickster, you will be killed. But if you don't go and pretend to be as a king, then this evil man, this evil brother of the prince, Black Michael, will sit on the throne. And the king will end up in prison or in his grave. And this king, this prince who is laying on the floor, he will be dead. Yes, I will go, said I, as I looked at the king lying on the floor. So Rudolph was ready to go and pretend as the prince, as the king. Tonight, Sapt went on in a hasty whisper. So Sapt, in a very quick manner, he whispered that tonight, after you are crowned, you will be given rooms in the palace. The moment they leave us, you and I will mount our horses. Fritz must stay there and guard the king's room and ride back here at a gallop. The king will be ready. Joseph will tell him, and he must ride back with me to Streltsau, and you ride as fast as you can to the frontier. Now quickly, Sapt told the entire plan. And what was the plan? That tonight, Rudolph will go to the palace and he will pretend to be the king, and after he is crowned, everybody will get rooms in the palace. So the moment the people who came to see the coronation ceremony, the moment they leave, Rudolph and Sapt will climb on their horses and Fritz will guard the king's room so that nobody enters the king's room and finds out that the king is not there. Okay. And then when the king will be ready, Joseph will tell him the entire story and he must ride back to Streltsau. And you ride back as you can to the frontier. Rudolph suggests that, Sapt suggests that Rudolph, you, as soon as everything is over, you will then ride back to the border or the frontier. Frontier means a line where one country joins the other. I took it all in a second and nodded my head. There's a chance, said Fritz with his first sign of hopefulness. If I escape detection, said I. So everybody thought that this plan is excellent and it will go on well, it will be successful. Fritz was also hopeful, but Rudolph said that if I am not caught, then this plan is good. If we are detected means caught, said Sapt, I will fight Black Michael to the death. Sit in that chair, man. I obeyed him. So Sapt said that no worries, even if we are caught, then I will kill Black Michael. And then Sapt ordered Rudolph to sit in a chair. I obeyed him. So now Rudolph obeyed Sapt's order and he sat on the chair. He darted from the room calling Joseph, Joseph, and suddenly Sapt went to call a man whose name was Joseph. He called that man. In 3 minutes he was back with Joseph, and in 3 minutes he came back with that man whose name was Joseph. Joseph carried a jug of hot water, soap and razors. Okay, what are razors? Razors are sharp instruments which people use to cut off the hair from the skin to shave. Okay. He was trembling as Sapt told him the plan and bade him shave me. Now even Joseph was very frightened after Sapt told the entire plan to him, but still he followed Sapt's order. And what was the order? Sapt told Joseph to shave Rudolph's beard and moustache. Suddenly Fritz slapped his thigh, but the guards, they will know. Bah! We shan't wait for the guards to get up, get ready. So Fritz was suddenly frightened. He said, the plan is good, but the guards will come to know. So this Sapt unless and until we reach the venue on time. So please get ready. But the king, we will hide the king in the cellar. I will take him there now. Now Fritz said that okay fine, but where will we keep the king who was lying on the floor and who had difficulty breathing? So Sapt suggested that we will hide the king in the cellar. Where did they decide to hide the king? In the cellar. What is a cellar? Cellar is an underground room used for storing things. If they find him, they won't. How should they? Joseph will put them off. Fritz said, what will happen if the guards find the king in the cellar? So Sapt says that they will not find him because who will guard the cellar? Joseph. Joseph will make sure that the guards don't look in the cellar. But Sapt stamped his foot. Now Fritz was continuously asking so many questions that Sapt got angry. We are not playing, he roared. I know the risk. If they do find him, he is no worse off than if he isn't crowned today in Strelsau, said Sapt grimly, and he carried off the king in his arms. Sapt got very angry and he said, we all know the risk, but if Black Michael is crowned today, then it will all be too much worse. Okay. So after saying so, he carried the king in his arms and he decided to hide him in the cellar. I sat down in an armchair half dazed and Joseph clipped and scraped me till my moustache and beard were gone and my face was as bare as the king's. Now Rudolph, he sat on an armchair. Armchair is a soft, comfortable chair with sides which support your arms. And he was a little confused. And Joseph shaved him till his moustache and beard were gone. And after Joseph shaved him, this man Rudolph, he looked just like the king. It was 6 o'clock now and we had no time to lose. Sapt hurried me into the king's room and I put on his uniform. As I slipped on the king's boots, I asked Sapt what he had done with the king. Now it was already 6 o'clock and there was no time to waste, and Sapt quickly took Rudolph to the king's room and he put on the king's uniform to Rudolph, and as Rudolph was putting the king's boots, he asked Sapt what he had done with the king. I put him out of the way in the cellar. Joseph will look after him. So Sapt told him that I have hidden the king in the cellar and Joseph will look after the king in the cellar. Then I burst out laughing and even old Sapt grimly smiled. So they both started laughing that the king is hidden in a cellar. What about Black Michael's servants? I said. So now Rudolph said that everything is fine, but how will we take care of Black Michael's servant? What if they find out? I suspect, said he, that when Joseph tells them the king is gone, they will think it is because we smelt a rat. You can be sure Black Michael doesn't expect to see him in Strelsau today. So he said, Sapt said that I doubt if Black Michael's servant will find out about the king. Joseph will tell them that the king is gone, and they will think, the Black Michael's servant will think that something is wrong. But you can be sure Black Michael won't expect to see the king in Strelsau today, in the ceremony in Strelsau today. I put the king's helmet on my head. Old Sapt handed me the king's sword, looking at me long and carefully. So Rudolph put on the king's helmet also, and then old Sapt handed him the king's sword. And then Sapt was looking at Rudolph for a very long time and very carefully. And he says, thank God he shaved his beard. Means thank God he shaved. Now because Rudolph has shaved his beard and moustache, he was looking exactly the same as the prince, as the king, and Sapt knew that this plan would be successful and Black Michael's plan to seize the king's power will be failed. Okay. So students, I hope this story is clear to you. I will provide you the PDF exercises of this chapter very soon. Thank you.